Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through my process of creating a guitar tone from scratch using a modeler. Today we're going to use my Quad Cortex, which is the main one of the main modelers I use. I use a Quad Cortex and I also use a Axe-FX FM3. But today we're going to just use the Quad Cortex. If you have another modeler, I mean, all the same stuff applies. It's a lot of the similar like philosophy around creating tones on all the modelers, so you can pretty much take anything I say here and apply it to any modeler. But yeah, so we're going to make a Edge-of-Breakup tone, kind of something that I like for rhythm and like cleanish vibes, and I use this kind of tone a lot in recording. And then the other tone I'm going to create is a lead guitar solo tone. This is going to be a separate video and it's going to be only available to channel members. So if you feel like supporting the channel and getting some more videos, also all my live streams, all the archived live streams live on my members only part of my YouTube channel. Anyways, we'll kind of get into this guitar tone. So I have the Quad Cortex control app here. I'm going to create a new patch from scratch. Let's go to an empty patch. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of set myself up. So I'm going to set up in the Quad Cortex. The way it works is that these lines, it goes like one at a time, and you can go input to either the output or you can send it to the next line. So we're going to send it to the next line, which means that here I have to put not in use. And then for the input, this guy goes there. And then here I'm going to send it to the next row. So row 3. And I'm going to take this one and put it here. And then this is going to go multi-out. Okay, so now I'm set up. This is kind of like a blank channel. This is going to be Edge-of-Breakup. We're going to save that. So I should be getting just DI. Cool. So the first thing I'm going to kind of do is set up the sounds that I already know I like. And that's going to be like the kind of bass layer. So it's going to be, I'm going to add a compressor, I'm going to add an overdrive, an amp, a cabinet, delay, and reverb. And then after that, we'll start adding other stuff if we want to. So I kind of like putting my cab and amp here at the very end of these first 2 rows. So I'm going to put cabinet here. The cabinets that I like to use in general are 212s or 412s. Honestly, I go back and forth between the two. That's just the sound that I like, and I really like the sound of vintage 30s. So that is what I'm gonna pick here. Okay, so I'm gonna go 212 down here. I got the Zilla Fat Boy V30. So I'm gonna choose that one because I know I like V30s, and I think Fat Boy sounds funny, so let's go with that. In this cab IR, we have a dynamic 57 and a ribbon 160, which is cool. We could always change this in the Quad Cortex. The way that the stock IRs in the Quad Cortex work is similar to their plugins, so you can just kind of change stuff. I'll leave everything here the same, but you can get IRs for other modelers that are very similar. Just vintage 30, dynamic mic, ribbon mic, and you're good to go. So I love AC30 style amps. I think they're perfect for that like Edge-of-Breakup kind of tone thing. And one of the newer amps that was added to the Quad Cortex that I want to use is like a matchless, I think DC30 style amp. And it's just like the matchless version of an AC30, and then this is Neural DSP's version of Matchless's version of Vox's amp. So a lot of layers going on. It's the Matchmore DC30. I'm gonna use channel 2 because if I remember correctly, that's the one that has a little more grit that I really like. And now I'm gonna add some compression. So the compressor that I kind of always use is like an 1176 style compressor. I just love how that makes the guitar feel, like how the guitar reacts to an 1176 style compressor is just really special to me. I don't know if I can describe it compared to other compressors, but I just love how it feels. And I don't think much past that. So if I like something, I just kind of keep using it. And that's just how I go. I'm going to use this Legendary 87, which is the Neural DSP version of a 1176. I'm just going to keep all of this the same. I want this slower attack because I want all the pick transients to come through because I want that really percussive sound. So I'm going to keep the attack slower, and then I'll pretty much keep everything the same, I think. Yeah. The next thing I'm going to add is an overdrive. And the overdrive, I love blues breakers. I don't know if I'm going to choose a blues breaker right now, but I know that is a style of pedal that I really love. What? Yeah, let's choose a blues breaker style pedal. So I think that's going to be this Brit blues guy. And then I'm going to turn this off. So I'm just kind of setting myself up. So I'm going to add reverb to the end of my chain, just because that's kind of what I would do in Logic, like in a DAW as I'm recording. So that's what I like to mirror in the modeler. So we're going to add a reverb mind hall, because that sounds cool. And we'll add a delay maybe later. So we haven't heard the guitar at all so far. So let's get some guitar tones and then start making some adjustments. I mean, it already sounds kind of sick. As a general word of note, I keep my patches pretty damn simple. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna adjust a couple things. So I think one of the things is here, I want a little less of this cut happening, because this cut is cutting high end from the amp, and I don't want it to cut that high end, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to push this volume a little bit, which is actually going to make the amp break up a bit more. Sick, sounds great. I'm going to turn this tone knob up a little bit because I want it a little bit brighter. And then maybe I'll turn the master up a little bit. As far as the reverb, I think it sounds pretty good. If I want like a really ambient thing, I can go like this. Cool. Now I'm gonna turn on this drive, which means actually I'm gonna turn down this volume so that's breaking up the amp a little bit less. So the amp's gonna be a little cleaner. And then I'm gonna turn on this overdrive, which is gonna add more gain. I'm gonna turn down this tone a little bit. Maybe I'll even add a little more gain and volume. So when I'm adding more volume in the overdrive pedal, that means that it's pushing the front end of the amp harder, which means that the amp is compressing more. I'm not just adding more clean volume. I'm like compressing the front end of the amp more. So let's add some delay. So I'm gonna add delay before the reverb, and I want like a stereo delay. Maybe a stereo tape delay would be cool. I want it to ping pong because that's my favorite sound. I love the sound of the delay going like left and right in the monitors or in your ears. Yeah, I think that's super cool. I'm gonna add a little bit more drive to it. Maybe I'll make it a little bit higher in the mix. Yeah, that sounds sick. So you notice that when I really dig in, when I start like picking harder, the amp distorts and compresses more. It doesn't necessarily just get louder. This is really what I look for when I'm choosing an amp in a modeler, is like, how does it compress when I dig into it? And because I want that. I want it to be like, the harder I play, the more distorted that it gets. And then when I play it softer, it's cleaner. I think for one last thing, I just want to add a chorus, because I think it'd be fun. Let's do like a stereo chorus. Maybe I'll try this Dream chorus guy. Yeah, that's sick. Cool, so thanks for watching this video of me create this little Edge-of-Breakup patch. And this is like the kind of tone that I use all the time. It's definitely like a go-to of mine for all like cleaner rhythm or like low gain lead stuff. So if you want to see a video on like my more Eric Johnson inspired kind of like more fusion-y guitar lead sound, definitely go check out the channel membership and join the channel, help support everything that I do, and get some cool tones from it. So I'll see you guys there, and I'll see you guys. If not, I'll see you guys next time.